Every Masters champion has left behind a legacy. A legacy that comes to life every springtime. And it's that time again. Welcome to the 2015 Masters. As you can see, spring has sprung here in Georgia. With the TGCT Tours, I'm Nick Zeiser. The azaleas are in full bloom, and within a week, the best players in the world will be here competing for their green jacket. Let's take a look at some of these top players. Here are your favorites for the 2015 Masters. They're the top 18 players in the world, led off by Brione Beaumont-Thomas. A couple of names of note on this list. Scott Doyley would have to be considered a favorite, having won 4 times already, although none of those wins was recently. Another name to watch might be Tom Humphreys. Tom just recently won for the second time, and his first victory was at the WGC Championship. These are the contenders. No one would be surprised to see one of these members win this week. For most of them, it would be their first victory. One example is that of Rob Dallas. Rob finished second this week at the Texas Valero Open. This group are the grinders. With the exception of Greenwood, all of these members earn their World Golf ranking by doing so without a victory. One such example is Charles Chapman, who finished his first top 5 this week. Another perfect example is that of Matthias Carlsen. Matthias came out of Q School as one of the hottest players, and many expected him to have his first victory by now. We're pleased to be joined now by Craig Levasseur. Craig is the designer of Magnolia National. First of all, Craig, congratulations on the course. It's certainly gotten a lot of attention, a lot of well-deserved attention in my opinion. When you were making the course, what did you think was the most difficult part of the course or section for you to design?
There were a lot of challenges with the course, but the greatest hurdle was dealing with the water table limits in the game. In real life, the water at holes 15 and 16 are significantly higher than Rays Creek, down by holes 11 and 12, but had to be at the same height within the game. This required lowering the 15th hole and 16th hole, which created a domino effect that required tweaks to holes 2, 6, 7, 13, 14, and 17. It certainly required some imagination to fit the pieces together.
One thing you did get right is the firmness and the green speed. They're going to be quite a challenge for the best players in the game. What do you expect the winner to score come Sunday?
I've seen the lowest scores on each of the different versions ranging from 9 under to 16 under. A crazy score. But getting through 4 consecutive rounds without a big number or a big mistake will be challenging. I would have to say that 4 rounds of 8 under would definitely make for a contender.
Do you think playing on this home course gives you any sort of advantage?
With the number of times that I've played the finished course as well as all the testing that went into it, I certainly have enough course knowledge, but it still remains a test of executing shots and avoiding mistakes. My experience with the course might gain me a stroke or 2, but I wouldn't expect much more than that.
Well, thanks, Craig. And thank you for your time put into the course and joining us today. Good luck this week. While many of the golf enthusiasts will be focusing on the top players here at the Masters, most Masters purists realize that the back half of the field is where many of the legendary stories develop. Let's take a look now at some of these Cinderellas and some of the invites and amateurs joining us this week. These are the underdogs. Few in the betting circles would expect one of these members to win the tournament, but they're certainly capable of doing so. Ron Duncan, for instance, just moved up 36 spots in the World Golf Rankings with his 4th place finish. And these are your Cinderella stories. Certainly it would be a magical experience for all involved if one of these members were to win the Masters this year. A perfect example is that of Adam Birch, who moved up 25 spots with his first ever top 10 finish this week at the Valero Texas Open. And these are your amateurs and invitees. Those designated with an A will be competing for the Silver Cup as amateurs. One name of note here is that of Franz Jupp. In his last 3 tournaments, he's gone win, and second place. It would not be a surprise to see him lead this group. In less than a week, the greatest players in the world will arrive here at Magnolia National. The roars of glory past echoing through these trees. Join us for a tradition unlike any other, the 2015 Masters.